eers gou gesels oor vandag se kuier, voor ek begin met die diens. So, why we do that we do today? Hoekom het ons 'n braai? Hoekom het ons 'n kuier? Dis nie net om te kuier nie, dit is nie net om, wat sal mense dit noem, 'n bietjie social te hê by die kerk, 'n bietjie social by die kerk. The whole purpose that God has built church is for us to love one another, to know one another, to offend one another, to irritate one another. Because if you love someone that's easy to love, you've not practiced at all. And some of you are easy to love, some of you are not. I'm not easy to love every day, I promise you. And that's part of church. It's part of coming together and being church and getting to know one another. Otherwise, we sosiaal, voel kuiers is meer moeite as voor, ek weet nie presies wat die rede daarvoor is nie, maar voel kuier amper is meer moeite as voor COVID. Wie ervaar dit? Baie mense praat daaroor. Wêreldwyd is dit nogal 'n ding. It's interessant. But in any case, so part of what we're doing is coming together as family. And if you see the introverts, and they take their chairs, so like a challenge, en hulle is wat gaan sit daar iewers in 'n hoekie onder 'n boom. Don't just hang out with the people you know and love already, and bring them over. Go and sit with them. Bring them in so that it is someone that you can connect with next week as well. Dis maklik om te kuier met die mense wat jy reeds ken, but it's sometimes a challenge to just bring people into the whole that is themselves being a bit reserved and standing on the outside, van hulle kyk nog vir ons uit of whatever. Bring hulle in, man, wees net lief vir hulle. Sê net, hey, kom sit hierso. En as dit nie werk, jy sê, hey, Lourens het gesê kom sit hierso. Okay. So, that's just on the kuier today. But I want to also mention a couple of things that made this kuier possible. I'm really astounded at how Gateway can come together and make things work, and just lately people making something great out of Gateway. So, Barend het dit op hom geneem. Ding goed. So George, waar's jy? Thanks for that, man. Lourens het die laaste paar weke, ons het 'n paar krag en ons het nou klugte oral. There's just so many people in the church that is stepping up and advancing the church and helping the church and making the church go forward. Ek wil julle regtig dankie sê, dit vir my is die blessing nie so seer in die fisiese ding wat ons kry nie. For me, the blessing is when members contribute, it's the fact that they understand. They start to understand church. They start to understand this. It's not something I go to. It's not their place and I just go there for my sermon. It is our place. Dis ons huis. That's why I've always said I want to build a church that is like a household, not bling. So julle sal sien ons het 'n bietjie mooi stoepmeubels gekry die laaste tyd. Dit lyk soos huis. Ons moet dan in 'n liedjie sing en huis toe gaan in die boks. In 'n liedjie sing en huis toe gaan in die boksietiek. That is not church. The vast majority of people understand that as church because the church has become so much like that. It has diminished the average church member as nothing more than a spectator. It's become so professionalized dat jy is dat jou job is om die show te geniet. And that's not church. So vanoggend is weer bietjie net 'n wegbreek daarvan. So is fellowship lekker? As ek so social wat ons vandag het lekker? Absoluut. Is dit sleg ook? Absoluut. Want dit stretch vir ons en dit maak so 'n bietjie van dit werk. But the purpose of that is to be and grow in church for you as a member. Does that make sense? Okay. So dis net ons 'n bietjie social. No, we have it's church just as much as what the sermon is part of church. Okay. Nou, vir oggend se boodskap. I hope either broadcasting or recording, because this morning's sermon is something that I feel is something that must go out in the church and be understood